So this is my review for Halloween Ends. The day has come. So I'm going to start off saying this wow. And not a good wow. A confusing and why did they go this route type of wow. Again, if you are a fan of this movie, which I know there's a lot of people that love this movie, I respect and honor your opinion. So please do the same for me because I am not a fan of this movie. They do a lot of things that's so out of character for Michael and so out of character for that original film. So mind you, that original film is canon. This movie, it feels like it's three movies in one. You have a romance movie, you got your classic Halloween movie, then you got something that they really want to do. It just feels like it's three movies. This is not the review that I wanted to do. This is going to be our last Halloween film for at least a good 4 to 5 years. That disappoints me because this movie was very disappointing. I left the theater just speechless, and again, not in a good way. You know, you basically start off the movie with the 4-year time jump, which I thought was kind of stupid anyway. You have the 4-year time jump. And I'm not going to spoil the opening. I will do my spoiler review later on in the week, maybe like Monday, Tuesday, when more people have seen it. So yeah, there is a 4-year time jump. There's a tunnel stuff. Now, I enjoyed most of like the first couple of minutes of the film until we got into the tunnel stuff. If you've seen the film, you know exactly what I'm talking about that weird tunnel situation. That was weird. And really out of character for Michael. You know, he's basically, I don't really consider this to be a spoiler because, you know, we already kind of knew it. Michael is just living off into this sewer, healing himself for 4 years. So it took him, the boogeyman, a supernatural half-human person, it took him 4 years to heal. Okay, whatever. You know, I'm not the writer here. But to me, that just sounds ridiculous within itself. And the ending, oh. Again, this movie feels like it's three movies, feels very rushed and forced. Some of the dialogue even feels forced in the movie. This is not the review that I wanted to do for this movie. And it's kind of turning it, you know, into a rant, but I'm going to be honest. They did some stupid decisions. They did some decisions that are very out of character for Michael. It's to the point where I get the vision. I get what they was trying to do. I will defend them on that note. I understand the vision. But if this is what you wanted to do, which obviously, you know, all this stuff was made, well, at least most of it was done in the script changes because they changed a lot of things. This is what they should have done for these three films, right? Not promote them as Laurie and Michael going at it again. They should have promoted them as you're in for a treat. You're in for something that's going to really shock you and surprise you. Type of thing. You know, I really wouldn't have been mad if they would have like done a movie where Michael was more front and center in the film, but yeah, there was still a copycat killer in the film. I would not have minded that at all. But again, I said that. Execution is everything. And the way they did that here, no. This, to be a final conclusion of this timeline, it's bad. A Halloween movie, it's alright. But when you talk about a final conclusion to these films, the original, 2018, and Kills, this is disappointing. Why did they go this route for their final movie in this timeline? I'm not completely sure. You know, you would have to ask David Gordon Green, Jason Blum, and all of them that, because I do not know. But yes, it was a fun experience. I saw it in IMAX. It was a fun experience to see this movie in the cinema. So I say at least go to the cinema and experience it at the cinema. But just know that you are in for something that is going to either you're going to love it or you're going to hate it. There's really no in between. You may be mixed about the film, but there's really no in between. You're going to be one or the other. But final thoughts on the film. I know I'm kind of rambling here because I'm still processing everything. So please stay tuned for my spoiler review that will be up Monday or Tuesday when more people have seen it. But final thoughts on Halloween Ends. This is not the conclusion that we wanted. This, I don't want to say it's the worst in the franchise. But with some of the decisions they made, yeah, it's pretty close. And I'm going to tell y'all, for the people that do like this movie, y'all are not going to like my ranking of what I have to say. This was very disappointing. This is not the review that I wanted to bring to you guys. I was hoping that I would really love this film and love all the different things that they did. Half of the things I liked, half of the things I didn't like. I think I talked about it before. There's one controversial thing that I really liked. I was like, oh, I see where they're going there with it. But then it just got weird again. I'm like, I think there was all the stuff in the tunnel that was really stupid and really out of character for Michael. And it's really how they treated again, this is not the worst Halloween film. But in my opinion, it does disrespect Michael. It does disrespect Laurie. And I'm actually surprised Jamie Lee Curtis was just willing to come back for this one, knowing how the script was, feeling like 3 films. You know, I feel like part of their original ideal is still in this film. Again, like I've already said, this isn't the actual script and ideal. They changed a lot of things last minute. And it is what it is. This is going to be our final Halloween film for at least another good 4 to 5 years. But I hope Akkad gets right on and gets something, going. Because let's not leave the legacy of Michael of Halloween like this. If David Gordon Green, Blumhouse always wanted to do something wild, they should have done that in 2018. They should have done that in Kills, not for your final film. If they're the ones that, if it just really blows my mind that they wanted to play it so safe for 2018. And then when it came to ends, the final one in their timeline, they're like, you know what, we're going to just do whatever. I don't know. But now, is this one better than Kills? Yeah, I do think this is better than Kills. But Kills does have some better kills. Because, again, this movie is just not bad. I really don't know what's the word to describe it. Because there's some good things in it. But the kills are weak. Michael is not even Michael in the film. It's not even his movie. To be honest, yeah, because, you heard there's rumors and stuff that Corey is the main lead in this film. Even then, I don't even know if he's the lead. Laurie, in my opinion, had no purpose. Again, in my opinion, Laurie had no purpose in the film. She was just there so we can tie her and Michael up. I kind of feel like that. I think I've said in previous videos, there's some tea to be spilled here, and I wonder what that is, because again, this movie feels like 3 movies. It feels like, okay, in one hand, David Gordon Green wanted to do something completely different. It wasn't even a Halloween film. But he was forced to do a Halloween film. Then on the other hand, it feels like, okay, a Halloween film that's just a little different. It's a little out there. But then on the other hand, it's like, well, we have to tie up Michael and Laurie's storyline. I should slap them all together and see what works. But final thoughts on Halloween Ends. If I have to give it a rating, I would say a 7 out of 7. This is not the review that I wanted to bring. Maybe I will have different thoughts when I watch that spoiler review and I have my second watch of it. But, yeah. Michael's not the best way to describe this film without spoiling it. You're going to have some bad decisions, bad choices, some bad dialogue, some bad writing. Michael isn't Michael. That's Halloween Ends in a nutshell, basically, because it's not what we all wanted for the conclusion. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on Halloween Ends in the comments below. I will catch you guys in the next video.